welcome back to a long overdue episode of Field Trips. Today I'm headed up to Karamatsu Sanso. It's a lodge that sits at about 2,400 meters. It's not my favorite place to stay, but it does access one of my favorite places to watch a sunset. So hopefully tonight and tomorrow morning we'll get some great light. And in the meantime, I'm gonna grab a gondola, a couple of chairlifts, and start my hike. Konnichiwa. So the first 45 minutes or so of this hike, it can be a bit crowded at times. There is a lake that draws a lot of people. The hike is a little challenging to get there, but since it's only 45 minutes, draws all kinds of different folks up there. But once we get past that pond, the hike will thin out quite a bit as far as traffic goes, and the Alpine views should start. Side Light and Sidecountry both have a feature that lets you position the belt in two different configurations. The locked in fit is when you have the belt threaded through this webbing, and that keeps the pack tight to your back. In a sport like snowboarding, maybe skiing, you're doing jumps and just more aggressive movements. You want the pack tight to your back, stable and not moving. So this is an ideal scenario for that. But in more casual terrain like this, where there's these kind of step-like rock features, you want the pack to move freely and adjust as you walk up these kind of rocks. So that's when we put it in the free fit mode. So that fit moves better with your body and also provides a little more airflow around your lower back. Well, unfortunately, Got here a little bit later than I'd hoped. It's probably about an hour till sundown, at least according to photo pills. So the original plan was to head out there into what is now a whole bunch of clouds and hopefully shoot a ridgeline out there. But instead, we're gonna head this direction and just kind of stay close to the hut and then grab dinner in a little bit. We got this ridge line here. It's obviously really cloudy behind it. There's a few moments where it opens up, gets all wispy and looks really cool. So it's a really nice line leading towards that way. Right now it just kind of leads to nowhere, but if we get a clearing and get lucky, Mount Goryu Dake is not right there, but pretty close, and it's a pretty big fat peak. So if we can get a view of that, I would like to shoot this ridge pointing down to that, hopefully with some wispy clouds and a nice peak. So the sun is probably got about 10 minutes left in the sky before it dips behind the mountains out there. The light isn't really doing too much. It's pretty gray, pretty flat, pretty neutral. I'm gonna head back towards the hut now. I might just have to accept that tonight's not really gonna work out the way I hoped. Hopefully I can eat dinner nice and fast, and magically there'll be some ambient light for dessert. And if not, I guess I'll have to buy myself a beer. Well, we actually managed to get lucky. I was enjoying a nice cold beer. It was all foggy and the skies cleared, so grabbed the camera, ran outside here, and yeah, it's really nice. There's some beautiful silhouettes up there, a little bit far to shoot, but nonetheless, a nice night after all. Kind of wish we were way out there, but take what you can get at this time of day. That looks great over there. Shot. Wow. Well, the clouds have moved back in, of course. So I am doing a little slower shutter speed, and with that, it's very apparent I didn't clean my sensor well enough because there's a whole lot of sensor dirt. But I guess that's what Lightroom AI is for. Try this one more time. Well, good morning. It's a little after 3 in the morning, starting my walk out to a ridge called Kairazu no Ken. Hopefully we're gonna grab a great sunrise. Can't see it now, but the sky is clear. There's a few stars and a few headlamps dotted around. So I'm just gonna keep my head down and keep hiking. I've just come around this corner here and you can start to see the outline of my destination. That peak there is called Kairazu no Ken, the valley or the mountain of no return. So I think it's really hard to see right now, but the ridge kind of drifts left, and then the valley is a little more to the right, and then there's another longer ridge further right. Who knows what the clouds are gonna do, but hopefully it clears here and we'll kind of get a nice little frame going. Hopefully you can see right now the ridge is kind of coming into viz, so I'm gonna get my tripod out and start setting up and get into position. Still a little ways to go, but kind of pretty. Not a bad morning, I don't think. Light now is kind of at a point where it's a little too high and a little too harsh for the photographs. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Field Trips. I know it's been a while. Hopefully we can get out for a few more soon. And yeah, we'll see you next time on Field Trips. Take care. Hey everyone, this is my Sidecountry 32, and let's just take a look at how I have it packed today. In the front pocket, I got some Haribo. If we move over to the side axis here, we can see I have a Mavic 3 drone in the top loader insert. I've got my Sony a7 III, and I've also got the, I believe it's the RC Pro drone controller, placed right here. We'll flip that over. We can see I have my Siam bird tripod attached to the side. If we open that pocket, we can see in the zipper pocket here, I have my wallet and a couple energy gels. I also have a bottle of water in the side pocket here. If we move to the front, we can see I have a capture clip strapped here, and then here I've got my phone. And then in this side, I've got this little clip here that has a radio on the end of it. And I think I have a lens cloth buried deep in there. And then when we go to the front panel, we've got the outside pocket. In the outside pocket, I keep my jackets or layers that I'm going to access more often. So I've got a down jacket and a shell. And then if we go to the more secure inner pocket, this is for things that I'm not going to access too much. Has a pair of shorts that I wore yesterday. Probably not going to put those on today, so those are fine in that layer. When we open the roll top, we can see I have all sorts of stuff in here. I have another water bottle. I've got my sunglasses. Got a bag of nuts, toothbrush. I've got my lunch, a couple sandwiches. I've got this accessory bag. This is actually the very first generation accessory bag. I forgot to bring the latest edition, but you can just see I got chargers, batteries, plugs, a couple chocolate bars, that kind of stuff. And then I have my DJI mics. I have some sunscreen. And I have my little air conditioner. This little air conditioner goes on my neck like this, and when it's really hot out, it just automatically works and sends a cool pulse through your body. It's actually quite a nice little gadget to have when you're out backpacking in the heat. So that's my Sidecountry 32, and that is how I got it packed today.